Okay, here's a couple hints for how to think about what this exercise is encouraging you to think about, namely selection in Blender, which is a more advanced topic than it is in a lot of other applications. And I want you to think about sort of selecting the right number of vertices in this exercise. First step, in order to count whether you have the right number of vertices or not, you need to see your statistics. And they are in this overlays drop down, and they're off by default now. So go ahead and turn on statistics, which gives you this little block of statistics over here. Objects, vertices, edges, faces, triangles. I have selected 0 of 16 objects. If I select 1, now I have 1 of 16 objects. And if I deselect, I'm back to 0. There are 4,500 vertices, 4,541 vertices in this scene. It doesn't really look like it if I look at just the objects, but keep in mind each of these little text bits have vertices that form the shape as well, and that's where the bulk of that big number is coming from. All right, this is the statistics block, and it's showing you statistics in object mode. What I want to do now is go into edit mode on one of these objects. So I'm going to select the first one. And the ask here is that you go into edit mode and select 4 of the 8 total vertices in this object. So I'm going to go into edit mode. I could also do that with the tab key. Now I'm in edit mode. Notice how my statistics have changed. So my vertices now are 0 of 8 selected, because now I'm only seeing statistics for the object that I'm in edit mode on. And as I select the 1 and hold down shift to get 2, 3, 4, now I've got 4 of 8, and 4 of 8 is what I'm supposed to select for this assignment. And so I can hit tab again or come to this drop down, but I really recommend tab because it's a much quicker way to get out of edit mode back to object mode so I can move on. When I move on, keep in mind, Blender stores selection a little different from other applications. In most applications, as soon as I go in here and start selecting, I've obliterated the notion that I had selected anything else anywhere in the app, but not so in Blender. Blender remembers your selection in edit mode on the object level. So what that means is, even though I've now selected these 4 vertices, Blender's remembering what I did in edit mode on this object. Notice how if I hit tab to come back to object mode, come back to where I started, and hit tab to go into edit mode on this object, my selection is still there, right? It's saved with the object. And that's how you complete this assignment. You just make your selection, tab out of edit mode into object mode, and move on, make your selection 4 of 8, check in with statistics to see that I got the 4 of 8. Here it's 6 of 8, so 1, hold down shift, 2, 3, 4, and now orbit around the back to get 5 and 6. This one's just a little encouragement to always be orbiting your scene. Check in with your 3D objects from all angles. Since we're viewing them on the 2D surface of a screen, orbiting is your way of confirming that they really are what you think they are, that you really have selected what you think you've selected. So 7 of 8 on this one, all of them on this one, 3 of 6 on this one, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and that's it. 5 of 5 on this one. This pyramid's a little interesting in that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've gotten the 5 of 5. I've selected all the vertices that are touching the red material, but notice how I've implicitly also selected the vertices touching these white triangles as well. This is how vertex mode selection works in Blender. This vertex is shared by these 3 edges, and this face, and this face. And so selecting all the vertices that encompass a face implicitly selects the face as well. So selection in Blender sometimes selects more than you might anticipate that it selects. That's the only bit to think about there. And then this silly shape is just a chance to make sure that you can get lots of vertices without getting lost along the way. All right, have fun with this assignment, and let me know if you have any questions.